Hey guys, it's the Whoopie Queen. So I'm in Branson at Silver Dollar City again, and it's time for the annual Whoopie Pie review from Silver Dollar City. So today I bought the 3 Whoopies that they had. Sack number 1. I'm not sure why they put them in these big old sacks, but they did. Sack number 2 and sack number 3. So the kids that helped me today were fantastic. They were so eager to tell me all about Whoopie Pies and how amazing they were. It was quite cute. They were teenagers. It was very funny listening to them describe Whoopie Pies. They were obviously earning their check. This is the big old bag that they put each Whoopie in. So let's delve into this. This is Whoopie number 1. There are 3 different flavors. All 3 flavors that I carry. Whoopie number 2, which is slightly smaller. Can't control what the oven does. And Whoopie number 3, which is huge. So, when I was picking my Whoopies, I was very picky. They had only 1 chocolate left. Actually, no chocolates. They had chocolate Oreo left. So I had to take what they had. And it didn't, I didn't get to choose. The birthday cake and the chocolate chip, they had 2 trays. So the top tray was there yesterday when I was there. So I chose to purchase from the bottom tray. The top tray looked almost overly dark, like almost kind of burnt. You might need to pull that back like a minute or 2. But the bottom ones almost looked undercooked. And if I was to choose, I would probably choose undercooked versus overcooked, because at least undercooked is still moist. So I chose undercooked, but everybody loves crumble cookies and they're severely undercooked. Right? Alright, here we go. I'm going to use this for my placemat. This is my handy dandy bag. I gotta put my eyeballs on because I can't see. The queen is blind. The queen is blind. I have no makeup on, so I don't want to hear about it. Alright, here we go. Whoopie pie number 1 is chocolate chip. The unfortunate part is I'm out of town, so I don't carry around my bakery skills with me, but if I was guessing, a good pound. Now, those of you who have been purchased for me for a while know what my half-pound Whoopies look like, and I've had the whole, oh my god, they're huge, I've never had any like this, they're so big. This feels like 2 of mine. Sometimes it's a good thing, sometimes it's not. Alright, this one's a little smaller. I'll tell you why in a moment. But for now, we're going to go with chocolate. Nice cracking. I kind of like it. You know how I am about my cracks. I do like cracks. They get too deep though, it's a problem. So, when I bought these, I bought them out of a refrigerated section. They've been in my hotel room for hours on purpose prior to this review because, well, I was soaking it up in the hot tub, drinking a margarita, and eating some fajitas, and I have a funnel cake from Cakes and Creams to Eat, so that's why I'm trying to hurry, because I don't want it to get too cold. Alright, this is, what did they call this? For me, it's birthday cake. For them, I don't remember what they called it. Sprinkles or something, but anyways. So there it is. So if you're comparing to my hand, there we go. Right there. And if you're comparing the chocolate chip to my hand, there you go. So they have a clump of chocolate chips that happened over here. That's simply because if you don't add flour to your chocolate chips, they sink or they can pile up into one spot. That's what that has. And then the bottom and then the cookies and cream. So they put a lot of cookies in the cookies and cream, which is a little different than mine because I do put a lot of cookies and cream in mine, or Oreos, but I make my cream gray first, like Walt Disney or Disneyland, Disney World, whatever. So I crush it up real fine, and then I add in the cookies. Alright, I should have got a napkin, but I didn't. So there we have it. Let me see if my funnel cake has a napkin. There's my funnel cake. I was going to do one of the fancy ones, but sometimes just basic is best. Alright, here we go. So can you see all three? Let's see here. Alright, 3 whoopie pies. And I was very specific on which ones they gave me because I wanted to make sure that they were darn near perfect looking as far as consistency. This one I didn't have a choice though. This one, the upper tray, so they do theirs a little different. See that? They add in chocolate chip cookies crumbled into the cream. I've thought about doing that, but it would be way more expensive. And I'm not sure I would like it. So this one doesn't have a lot. The ones above it had so much cookie, it didn't even look like there was any cream. It was so mixed up. It was like that one. Just tons of cookie. And then the picture that they had of the confetti or birthday cake, they showed sprinkles all around, and there are none. So, all right. Here we go. So we are actually going to try the vanillas first and then the chocolate. And the reason is because vanilla is milder. Chocolate may alter the taste of the vanilla. So we're going to start with opening it up. So when I got them, they were stone cold, hard as a rock. And the cream was crazy hard. That's why I left them out. So here's your cream. I see the cookie bits right here. Actually, that's a whole chocolate chip. Okay, so there's your cookie bits. So you can see that I can press into the cream. Earlier I could not at all. It was just literally hard. Alright, here we go. Actually, let's try the cake first. So let's find a bite that has the most chocolate chips. Oh boy. Alright. That didn't work out. Alright. So y'all witnessed it. The first bit was a crumbly mess. So let's try it. And it's also a crumbly mess. But here we go. Bear with me. I'm not a huge sweet eater. So. Alright, I'm going to try chocolate chip by itself. So they're mini chips. They're very artificial tasting. Hold on, I gotta try another one because I really don't know what they are. I thought maybe they were Hershey's or Toll House. But they have no chocolate flavor. And even Hershey's and Toll House. It got me kind of on the end there. I think that might be Nestle, but it might be generic chips. Whatever it is, it's very artificial tasting. Sorry about that. Alright, so this is just half of the thing. And this half even feels heavier than my Whoopies. My Whoopies are huge. Okay, so let's show you the cake itself, which is crumbling everywhere. And it is very dry. Y'all, I have braces now, so if I get stuff all on my teeth, I don't want to hear about it. Oh, here's your cookie. Like a whole cookie. Like a whole section of cookie in the cream. Let's try the cookie first. Woo! Pure sugar. Whew. Okay. It was actually decent, but it was very sugary. And then this is where I tried to get a bite, but it didn't work out. So I'm not going to bite into it like this because I'll have stuff everywhere. So we're going to do this. See, it's still falling apart. So you have all this cake to that little bitty cream. And while I will admit, this looks like a good amount of chocolate chips. If only they were better chocolate chips. But here we go. Honestly, it's too big to even eat. Like, look at it, it just crumbles. Okay. I think they made some improvement versus last year. I will give them that. Other than I just feel like I'm dipping my spoon into a bag of sugar. I will say that it's semi-moist, even though it's crumbly. It being crumbly means there's entirely too much flour, which is why it's so heavy. Oh, hold on, I gotta get that. Oh, that's my husband's zero drink. Okay. Okay. So now let's try a bite of just the cream. Okay. So I'm gonna run my finger across it. So last year when I did this, I could not run my finger across it. It was like pure Crisco. It was like I just dipped a spoon into the Crisco and stuck it in my mouth. Or maybe that was the year before. Last year was the sugar. So here's your cream. Okay, here we go. Nope. Hold on. Can you bring me my drink, please? Just put it right here. Or hand it to me, please. Because your zero sugar is killing me. Thank you. Has it been 2 or 3 years? Oh. Well, I've been corrected. So, yeah, you're right. We didn't come last year, did we? Okay, I stand corrected. It's been 2 years since I did my last review. Okay, so in 2 years, I would say that their cream has gotten softer. I will give them that. I will say that this Whoopie is dry, hence the crumbliness. However, it's not as dry as I expected it to be, so that's kind of interesting because they serve these out of the refrigerator, but they are not in bags or anything. And I have asked them about it, and they freeze them, which is fine, you know. But they do not bag them and freeze them like I do. So they put them on trays, and then they throw the trays in the freezer. And then when you go buy one, they just pull, you know, in the morning or whatever, they pull the trays out. And they keep them in a cooler, like a refrigerated bakery display case, which is fine, except if they are not in bags or covered, all that cold air is circulating through the flour and making this hard. I would have to say, however, the only thing saving this and making it semi-moist is the fact that it's severely undercooked. I don't understand why it's crumbling, but if it's severe, the only thing I can think of, even though it's severely undercooked, it is pure flour. I mean, that's like what I taste. Okay, so here's your first bite. My husband's over here. Of the chocolate chip. The bed's like 10 miles away. So he's going to try the chocolate chip. He should have just sat up here and did this review with me, probably. Do you want to come up here and do the review? Quick. Are you going to try it or what? Okay. Moving on to the next one. You hear that, guys? Never a good sign. Do you like it? Is it dry?
Not dry.
Do you speak? He can't speak. Do you want your drink?
Nope.
He's trying that chocolate chip, which has made a hot mess on my tray here. So you don't want the rest of this chocolate chip? Alright, so hard as a rock. Lots of sprinkles. Sprinkles are kind of expensive these days too. But anyways, this one was kind of messy. This was the messier one. I tried really hard to get a really neat one, but anyways, I got this one with the cream kind of oozing out in hopes that that would be a good sign. But here we go. It guaranteed. I wish I had a thing. This, you know, some of mine pushed the 10-ounce mark, and that's why I kind of started scaling back and lowering y'all's prices so that they wouldn't be like this. See that? That's crazy. Knowing that some of mine are about 10 ounces, I'd say this is pushing it to a pound. So here we go. Oh, we're gonna have the same problem with this one, I can tell already. Probably because it's the same batch. Oh, this is gonna be worse. Oh my goodness. Okay, hang on. All the cream is over here, so I mean that can happen. But we need some cream in the dang Whoopie. Okay, here we go. Alright, there's your Whoopie. It does have a good amount of sprinkles, which I do like. The thing is, my Whoopies will not support this many sprinkles. If I wanted to put them in there, it would not. And the reason is because my Whoopies are much lighter and fluffier like they're supposed to be. So I put a lot of sprinkles in, but if I did put this many sprinkles in, they would have a whole bunch of holes, like all these holes in the top. Because believe me guys, I've tried for you. Alright, so we're going to try the cake by itself. Here we go, here we go. Okay. I can already tell. I haven't been down yet. I'm not gonna lie, guys. That could be the worst I've ever had. Okay. There's no such flavor as birthday cake. It's vanilla with sprinkles. I don't even taste vanilla. Like, straight up no vanilla. I mean, I realize that I use premium vanilla, but I don't even taste artificial vanilla. All I taste is flour. It's as if I took flour and added water to it, rolled it up in a ball, and ate it. That is what I'm tasting. It's unbearable, to be honest. It's so bad I can't even have another one. Okay, let's try the cream. It should be the same cream. Should be. Woo! Except that it's not. You ready for your birthday cake? You don't want to sample the birthday cake? Okay, even he's not going to sample that one. Okay, so the cream. Hold on. And this is very gritty, and it's granulated sugar. And I don't use granulated sugar. And it is so sweet. I feel like I'm going to go in a diabetic coma and call 911 in a moment. Legit. Alright, so here goes a bite. Did I take a bite yet? Nope, I didn't. With the cream. Here we go. I'm gonna take this side. You don't want to try the birthday cake? Okay. Okay. You guys, I got crumbs everywhere. They're all over my desk. I gotta get this flavor out of my mouth. It really is like eating a dough ball with a ton of sugar. I'm looking forward to this. In fact, hold on. That was good. Okay. This one's gonna be the hardest for me because it's chocolate. Not a big chocolate eater, and I hate Oreo. But when I buy chocolate, I expect it to be good. So let's see what we got here. 100% Hershey's. Definitely 100% Hershey's. Smells really chocolatey. Okay. It's very much smaller. Now, you see how light that inside is? That is because it's dry. See how dark that side is? That is because that's where all your oil is. Okay. The only other oil you have is on the cookie itself from the actual Oreos. So, let's try the cake first. Okay, we're crumbling. There is, hold on. There's cake. So let's try it. I take it back, boys and girls. I take it back. This is the worst I've had. I thought it was going to be the birthday cake. Oh my God. It doesn't even... I can't finish it. It doesn't even taste like a dough ball. It tastes like I'm just eating a spoonful of flour. Dry. That is the situation at hand. I'm not going to make it very far for this. This is the cream. It's so gritty. Okay. I'm going in. I can't even like break off a bite. Watch this. Guys, that's not normal. Okay, here we go. Okay, up. It is absolutely no chocolate flavor. That's what I've said every year I've tried them. For as good of a chocolate smell as they have, I'm not saying it's a good chocolate, but a good chocolate smell, it has no chocolate flavor. None. It's like bitter. It's bitter. Bitter flour. That's what it tastes like. So, if you guys love Silver City and their whoopie pies, that's fantastic. If that's the only whoopie pie you've ever had, I strongly urge you to order some from Maine or order some from Smart Whoopies and try a different kind of Whoopie pie. And I promise, if you do, you will see a difference. And you probably will like the others better. Sorry, I'm trying to drown this out with funnel cake now. So, my critique is underbaked, but that's probably not a normal problem they always have, since the other ones were overbaked. So not quite as dry, super sugary, no real chocolate chip flavor, artificial tasting, and very gritty. This one, just completely flavorous, and gritty, super sweet cream. And this one is so unbearably dry and no flavor whatsoever. In fact, honestly, I can't even taste the Oreos. It's just no flavor at all. So, they got them round like a Whoopie pie. They have a cream in the middle like a Whoopie pie. So I guess they can call it a Whoopie pie. But they don't taste like a Whoopie pie. And that's my consensus. Peace out from the Queen.